Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn had a very, very rough first year with with the New York Jets. It wasn't just the fact that he was a rookie head coach. It was just about his demeanor. I remember I was an Aaron Rodgers apologist. I remember the whole issue with him and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said that they only met for like a good minute or two. He was told abruptly that they didn't want him back. He flew all the way from California to New York for this meeting and just rubbed them the wrong way. And it's just like, you don't treat guys like that. You know, every time you see Aaron Glenn in the press conferences, there was always this standoffish, like kind of like confrontational, adversarial tone to him in every press conference. There's no need to be that way. The Jets are bad. You're not being a great head coach in regards to the decision that you're making. It's warranted that they're asking you these questions to be able to see what's going on and to challenge you. Yeah, you were a player here, but being a player here and being the head coach are two different things. The honeymoon phase is over. Once you become a head coach, you need to go ahead and produce. If you got the okay from management saying, hey, we're going to give you a mulligan year, you can be able to tear it down, do whatever you want to do, cool. But at the end of the day, he made a lot of mistakes that were well warranted for people to criticize him. Hell, you had people talking about, oh, he's bad for the job. We need to fire him after 1 year. It always happens with black coaches, but that's neither here nor there. People are saying that, oh, he's in over his head about all this other stuff. Why is he not calling the defense? And what did he have to do? He had to go ahead and kind of look inward and see how you can improve. So he had a sit down with Craig Carton, and this is what he said, and I found it to be pretty interesting and pretty profound, and pretty interesting.
I think that happens to every head coach is your first year, you come in and, man, it is like you're going and you're trying to make sure that you get the right staff. You're trying to make sure you look for players that you want to be a part of your team. And sometimes, man, you just miss. And when I say miss, like decisions are not the right decisions. I would say that. And
from
and
a talent
okay.
standpoint or a personality standpoint?
Well, just from a personality standpoint,
okay.
in general. Listen, everybody in this league is talented, and that's just across the board. I mean, as far as decision as a head coach, like I didn't call the defense last year. You know, that was not a good decision by me, and right. I admit that. Because the reason I got this job is because of defense. So
yeah,
and that's okay. You know, and I think as a head coach, the one thing that you have to be able to do is be able to pivot. And once you realize that there was a decision that you made that wasn't the right decision, man, you have to really pivot. And a lot of guys are not afraid to do that because there's so much backlash that you're going to get from outside this building that, man, you have to keep your head down. You have to make a decision. You have to make it. You have to keep going. Right. So decision making is the first thing. And then when I look.
So real quick before I finish the clip, him saying that he had to take accountability and be able to call plays on defense, right? I am a defensive coach. I need to take charge of the defense, right? Your personnel, all this other stuff. Like it takes a lot to be able to like look in the mirror and make those changes because a lot of people are scared of the backlash or the criticism, right? Where you have to pivot. There's nothing wrong with being able to pivot because if you know that something's not working, instead of being stubborn about it, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep doing this until it works. I know it's gonna work. Nah, sometimes you're gonna have to pivot and see how we can be able to make adjustments. That's growing as a coach. So I like to hear that.
Decisions that I made this year, man, I was able to go through the whole shebang when it comes to, man, looking at every coach and interviewing every coach that really represented me and what I want to do.
Which one was the most glaring to you? You're like, God dang it, that's the one why? What was I thinking when I decided?
I didn't call the defense.
That's the biggest one to you.
I didn't, because again, this is why I got the job. And listen, I thought I was doing the right thing by being, well, I guess what everybody say, the CEO
Right.
of the team.
Right.
But man, I love calling defense. I love being involved in that aspect. And listen, I don't want to say I was disconnected because I was still part of everything that was going on. But man, just to be able to call it and just be able to have a defense that you can quickly fix an issue, because I know the defense like the back of my hand. Is nothing feels better than that.
Shouts to Aaron Glenn. I like the fact that the guy took responsibility. Like, is saying that, hey, these are the mistakes I made. I made a lot of mistakes year one. And, you know, paraphrasing, I'm sure he's like, yo, I'm grateful to still be here, to be able to have a chance to be able to fix these mistakes, to correct these errors, you know, to be better with the media, to actually, like, you know, be better with my staff and pick a staff that's actually more designed for my coaching style, my personality, the way we want to play. Like, I feel like I have a better feel of the guys that I have, the team that I've built around me, right? Being able to say, yo, I'm a defensive coach. I have to call the plays. I was brought here because of my defensive prowess. I was brought here because of how I changed around the Detroit Lions in regards to how people think about them defensively. That's what I was brought here to do. And instead of me trying to be a CEO and have my finger on this guy and make sure that everything is running smoothly, yeah, I still got to do that. But I have to take advantage and I have to take the reins defensively to be able to show what I'm about here in regards to a leader, show my players what we're going to do and how I want them to play. And then everybody else is going to follow suit. So that's what you want as a coach. And listen, I criticize the man year one. I criticize a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, yo, if there's anybody that can be able to turn it around, it's him, just because it's a blank slate. This is a guy that didn't fail somewhere else, and now he's trying to reinvent himself. This is his first head coaching opportunity. He's already told you, hey, listen, I got to be better with the media. I got to be better with this. I've made these changes. I've had some self-reflection. That's what you want to hear out of your head coach. Is it going to translate to wins on the field? I don't know. I don't believe that the Jets are going to go from winning 3 games to, you know, going ahead and winning 9 or 10. I don't see that for them, but I do see that they're going to go ahead and make improvements in regards to their preparation, in regards to development for guys. I think guys are going to be able to develop and progress better this season, which means that you're now setting yourself up for the future. The 3 first-round picks that they have, the young players that they have, the cap space that they have. There's a lot of positive things that are in the Jets' favor right now. So if you can be able to have the head coach grow with the team, progress with the team, go ahead and match his potential and meet his potential too, sky's the limit for the fucking Jets. I can't say that they're not going to be good. I can't say that. I can't say that they're not going to be good. So we'll see what happens, man. But this is a good step for me to be able to have a dude that's running the ship, that can be able to be accountable like that, instead of pointing fingers and, you know, doing the blame things. Oh, well, you know, this is why this happened. Like, no. You took accountability for all the mistakes and all the errors that you made and how you went ahead and tried to fix those things. That's what you want. That is a leader. Instead of making excuses, you took accountability. So shouts to Aaron Glenn for that.
Every win, every loss, every second got a cost to be the boss. Late nights, pressure heavy, never fold. Championship mindset, heart made of purple and gold.